Hi everyone, I'm Kathleen Gabriella and I'm a 7th semester student of International Business Management in Petra Christian University. And in this video, I will explain who am I, my vision and mission, and how I plan to achieve my dreams. And to explain it better, I will use the action learning diagram, which is developed by Professor Dr. Casey Chen. And actually, the action learning diagram has 7 questions to answer, which are what, why, how, where, when, who, and how much. And without further ado, let's answer the first question, which is what.
As I have explained before, I will use this action learning framework to explain about my vision, mission, and goals. Now, I will start with the first, which is I want to discover myself. To know more about myself, I will start by looking at this pyramid. And let's start from the lower pyramid, which is I want to see my individual competence. And here is my result for my learning test. From here, we can see that my top 3 learning styles are activist, pragmatist, and reflector. And activist, actually, I am a person who learn much by doing it. And I also need to have an open-minded approach to learning and involve myself to fully and without bias in new experiences. And I prefer to be involved into brainstorming, problem solving, group discussion, competition, and also role play. And the second is pragmatist. I am able to see to put learning into practice into the real world. And abstract concepts, games are of limited use unless they can see a way to put into ideas action into their lives. And also I prefer to be more experimenters, trying out new ideas, theories, and techniques to see if they work. And for reflector, it means that I observe and thinking that makes me learn more, and I avoid leaping in and prefer to watch from the sidelines. I also prefer to stand back and view experiences from a number of different perspectives, collecting data and taking the time to work towards an appropriate conclusion. And I'm more enjoyable to be part discussion, self-analysis questionnaires, personality questionnaires, observing activities, and receiving feedback from others. So in conclusion, I am an activist who learn by doing, and I have an open-minded approach to learning. I'm also a pragmatist, which means that I put learning into real practice. And moreover, I am also a reflector who learns more by observing and thinking my surroundings. But unfortunately, I'm a theorist, which means that I'm not really a person who understands the theory behind a certain event. And for next, this is the entrepreneurship GET test, and my overall result is 50%. And for the need for autonomy, it means that I prefer to be advised about managing my work and not taking responsibility of taking charge. For creative tendency, it means that I prefer to enterprising ideas that are more straightforward to implement rather than radical and disruptive innovation. While for calculated risk-taking, it means that I'm not really comfortable to take many risks and responsibility. And for locus of control, it means that I'm confidently seek to exert control over life, draw on inner resources, and believe that it is the hard work that makes me succeed in life. And next is the Big 5 personality test. From here, you can see that my top 3 in this test is actually extroversion, openness to experience, and also conscientiousness. While extroversion means that I am highly motivated to experience the thrills and achievement in life, and I tend to be more friendly and adventurous as a person. While openness to experience, it means that I am interested in art and culture, and I'm definitely not a conservative person and discovering more experiences. While for conscientiousness means that I moderately exercise self-discipline to pursue my goals, and I'm fairly doing both fun and serious in pursuing goals, so I have them in balance. While I also have a high score in agreeableness, it means that I am low in putting others' needs ahead of my own, and I have less empathy toward others. Now, the second layer of pyramid, which is the team capacity. Now, this will show the roles that I have in teamwork that suit my characteristic. Now, From this test, actually my top 3 scores are implementer, resources, investigator, and team worker. For implementer, it means that I am a practical, reliable, and efficient to work in a team. Implementer also turns ideas into action and organizes work that needs to be done. While resource investigator means that I am outgoing and enthusiastic. Moreover, I am also using my inquisitive nature to find ideas to bring back to the team, and I tend to be outgoing and loves to explore opportunities and develop contacts. Well, in terms of team worker, it means that I am very cooperative to work as a group, and I help the team to gel using their versatility to identify the work required and complete on behalf of the team. While the last test, which is to determine my organizational capability, which is self-assessment test. While my top 3 scores lie in motivating and inspiring, communicating, and building relationships. And actually, this is aligned with my previous test that said I am a people-oriented. Therefore, I am good at communication, building relationship, and also give motivation and inspiration to my colleagues or my surroundings. So in conclusion, I have developed my self-discovery to know deeper about my characteristic and strength. And I have talked about my individual competence, my team capacity, and my organizational capability using all these tests that I have taken. And this concludes all what I have talked about previously to enhance my self-development as a person. Well, next I will explain about why, which is clarity in planning. In this section, it is good to know why my self-discovery is very important. First, why self-development is important? It is because understanding ourselves will enable us to see the bigger picture. And why self-development could lead to leadership? It's because knowing the strength of ourselves and know which area needs to be improved is very crucial. And third, why self-development could be the next step? Because it can be a tool to shape life's goals and purpose. And fourth, why self-development will impact me? Because it is important, which is to enhance a balanced life building and relationship better. And last, why self-development is a powerful tool? Because it is a tool to overcome barriers to learn new things for me in the future. And furthermore, I will explain about my vision, mission, and values. And my vision is actually I want to be positioned as a top fashion marketing manager in a multinational company that resides in Europe specifically. And my mission is I want to have a job and position in one of the top multinational enterprises that has subsidiary in Indonesia. While my value is I will always have perseverance, curiosity, and also an adventurous spirit in my life. And in when, I will tell you guys about my timeline planning in the next 1, 3, and 5 years. So 1 year from now, I plan to of course graduate first in time from IBM Prestar Christian University, and also I plan to get a job in one of multinational company in Jakarta, specifically in my fashion industry that I like. While from 3 years from now, I hope that I can have my master degree in fashion marketing in Europe, and also I hope I can reside there and get a job. While 5 years from now, I see myself to have a spouse, able to own a car and apartment, and hopefully it's going to be in Europe, where my dreams are. While also I want to expand my own online business, which is in luxury fashion industry. And the next is how, which is I will be using the SIO diagram, which is strategize, implement, and also output. First is strategy. Strategy must come first within myself. Therefore, the first step will be improving myself. And as I have explained previously in the first self-discovery section, it's going to be a recap which I have to see my strength in each aspect and continue to improve it to become excellent in terms of my self-development. And before that, my self-awareness, which is I have focused on my strength in the Belbin's 5 personality tests, which are I am open to new experiences, I am disciplined in pursuing goals, and also I am friendly and adventurous as a person. While in the leadership self-assessment test, it is proven that I am a person who likes to motivate and inspire others, and I'm good at communication and building relationship towards others. While for technopreneurship GET test, it means that I prefer to look for an enterprise that fit my lifestyle, and I am also a hardworking to strive for success. So for strategy, I will only see and focus in this scope of my strength, and I will improve what is that needs to be improved within my characteristic or my ability. Now let's move to the second stage, which is implement. After we strategize, now let's use this triangle consists of strategy, scope, and schedule to attain my project. First of all, let's talk about my project here. And my dream project is for me to be a master degree student. And therefore, my strategies to be a master degree student are I need to be qualified in candidate of multinational company. I need to gain more international experiences, and I've been working in a good reputation of multinational company, and also I need to have a holistic thinking as a mindset. While for the scope, of course, I will only focus in fashion marketing and specifically in Europe. And talking about schedule, I hope I can process all of this in between the year 2019 until 2020. And lastly, after I strategize and implement, I need to expect the best outcome in this process. Therefore, I expect that I understand the newest development of fashion marketing and improve networking and connection within the industry, and also I have to have the ability or skill to market in the fashion industry. And not only strategize, implement, and also expecting the best outcome, but also I need to have the 5 key performance index. And the first one, how should I determine that I have fully developed what I want in my life? First, I need to have successfully getting a good salary between IDR 10 million until 15 million Indonesian rupiah. And the next thing will be I can be promoted within 1 year in my career, which is a good thing. And third, I am also able to connect and engage with some crucial people in the industry. And fourth, I am also able to increasing the sales of the company and making a good prospect in the future sales. And last KPI will be I am interested with big project from the company. Now, let's talk about who, which means who are responsible for the exploitation. In this diagram, we can see that my family, friends, colleagues, and of course, Professor Dr. Casey Chance are the one who have big support in my life to achieve my vision and mission in attaining my goals. And of course, the tools that I use are the self-development that I have told you guys before, which I will focus on my strength only. And for the process, I have the strategy and the KPIs for determination how I perform later on. And the center of the triangle will explain about my value, mission, and vision that I have talked before. And the next is where. In here, where it goes right and wrong. By using this diagram, I can evaluate whether what I dream or what I get to learn in the whole process in my learning time can be applied or not in the real world application. So let's see from here. Inside, it means that I need to have clear goals and determination of what I want to achieve in my life, which is being a fashion marketer in top multinational company that resides in Europe. While the motivation, it means that the motivation also must be right, that it encouraged me deeper to become more experienced in fashion marketing. Moreover, the encouragement for me to be able to move to Europe. After gaining insight and motivation, of course, I will gain new knowledge and skills which will be improved by studying my master degree later on. And however, in the real world application, anything could happen. Some say it's not going to happen according to what we expect, but some also hope that it's going smoothly as we expected. And whether what I have learned was not enough or I was not ready enough to combat with the fast global changing might affect the real world application later on. And for the last thing, it's going to see how much what we know, whether it is effectively controlled or not. And in this monitor and control section, this will help me to analyze what I have planned and what I actually happening in the pursuit of achieving my goal, and to always improve to become better in achieving my goal. And to plan what's ahead myself, I need to have a clear goal, objective, and target that I want to achieve. Therefore, I use this GOD diagram. For the goal, of course, my goal is to become a fashion marketer in Europe that able to perform in top multinational company and grow my own luxury fashion business to another level. While my objective in the future will be I can attain by having internship program in top multinational company that involves in fashion industry, and I prefer to be located in Jakarta. Well, lastly, my target for this will be it is hopefully can increase my problem solving, my marketing communication and skills, and also analytical skills.
So in conclusion, I have explained about my vision, my mission, and how I plan to achieve my dreams in the video. And before I close this video, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Professor Dr. Casey Chan, who has been a big inspiration for me throughout the whole learning process in IBM. And I hope this video can inspire you all, and I hope you like it. And that's all from me. See you!